Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Bat Châtillon 155, is it? No, it's the 58. Actually, it's the Tier 10 French SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Malinovka, and it's under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP, and he's trying to win this weekend's competition for the Lion. Game on! Well, it's a 3-shot autoloader, but it used to be a 4-shot autoloader. That is, until Wargaming realised that some Arty players were working together to actually perma-spot and perma-track somebody and keep them stunned until eventually they were wiped out. So they reduced it by taking one shell out, and they, well, basically nerf Arty, because they always nerf Arty. But of course they couldn't keep good people down, and Arty players found a way to get around them and still get the damage on the enemy. We've got a 680 Alpha, 48mm pen, 7.6 meters on the burst radius, between 12¼ and 27 seconds of stun. First target is F7, it's the hill, the lookout hill. There's nearly always somebody up there. He's got 3 shots ready to go. He's just having a quick look. Having a quick look up the hill now. I don't think the enemy would have made it up the hill that quick. You can see where our guys are on the hill. They're obviously still making their way up. But he is right to aim where he is. And yes, we just saw a fence knocked over. So somebody's up there. And in fact, it turns out to be an STB. Rounds out. Well, it stunned him. Told him, yep, you're being watched. Now, this Centurion Action 10, he lays the round behind him. Good, direct hit, 650. That's a penetrating shot. A low roll, but it is a penetrating shot. Does the same again. Lays the shell behind him, and it knocks down the building, unfortunately, so missed out on some more damage. But a penetrating shot is a penetrating shot, and you can't knock that because that's a lot of damage. Now, Talon has this competition with Angelina every week. In fact, there are some people who are still watching the channel and they don't understand what all these games are about. Well, in actual fact, it's a competition between a couple who live together, and they have a little son, and, well, on Sunday morning, they like to sleep in. But one of them has to get up and look after their boy, and as a result, obviously, that person, the person who gets up, has to work a normal week and look after the boy. The other gets to lie in, and of course, it's the best game you can produce during the week in Arty. Now, let's see what we can do with the second shell. Rounds out. Lands in front of the STB, but it's still damage. Backs up a little to avoid counter battery. Oh, can hear the enemy Arty firing. In fact, he is firing in this general direction. The shell landed just ahead of us. Oh, he thought the STB-1 was going to be backing up a bit more, but he didn't. So it looks like the enemy Arty tried to do a counter battery, but they got the distance wrong, and therefore the shells weren't close. Enemy Arty in this game is a GWE-100, which is the Tier 10 German SPG with a 21cm howitzer. So he's only got 1 shot, whereas Talon has got 3. Okay, we've got an Object 452K holding on that corner. Okay, work out where he's going. We're almost loaded. Is he going to be backing up? No, he's staying still. In fact, it looks like he's tracked, and there's the kill shot. So we picked up 875 stun assist off that one, and a good job that we've moved further up, because look at this. Got a 121. It's gone into the low ground on our side of the map, and we're dialing in. He was last seen in that position, so we're going to fire one in anyway. Hopefully he's still there. More than likely he will be. We've still got 1 shell to spare, and we've now got a Vickers 3 in the ramp. But we're looking at this VK7201. It's a little further off, but he's Well, he was backing up. Rounds out. Lands in front of him, but no damage, I'm afraid. Now, the standard reload for this Arty, if I remember correctly, is about 49 seconds. It's one of the longest reloads other than the T92 HMC. 49.86 is correct. And you can see here that Talon's got a reload time 45.28. Now, it's a 10-0 game so far. It's not going to be in the books for the fastest 15-0 game, though, I'm afraid. It's already way past 5 minutes. We've had some pretty fast 15-0 games in the past. Of course, the most astonishing one was a 15-0, which was just over 3 minutes, I think it was. And that was astonishing for the fact that it was actually a tier 3 game, I seem to recall as well. But tier 3 armor is not particularly strong. If you've been wondering, by the way, there wasn't any games on Friday and on Saturday, but that was mainly because Wargaming had actually brought in the anniversary games for their 14th anniversary, and there was a free tank on offer, but you had to also, there were credits available and modules. So in fact, actually, well, not modules as such, but parts. And therefore I decided to actually play the game rather than film it. Okay, Leopard 1, he's the penultimate tank to die. We've got that Leopard 1 and we've got a Death Star at the other end of the map. The Death Star actually was the penultimate one. He's gone. And this Leopard is now the last enemy tank. We're almost loaded. Rounds out straight away. Oh! Well, he got the direct hit, but the kill shot goes to the Progetto. For the first game is over. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a third-class tank of a talon1958 of OLIMP in the Bat Châtillon 155-58. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 5 exactly. And he got a Confederate as well, because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate in the game was 1,293, which is good, but not special. Wouldn't be very good. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he's way down the table on damage. The high scorer was one of the mouse, and the other mouse was second. And the third place went to a T110E4. And you can see here that Talon way down the table. In fact, he's in the second half of the table. When it came to kills, though, in actual fact, he's got no kills at all, but that helped him to get the Confederate. The high scorers were the mouse, and the Concept 5 with 2 kills apiece. Only one player on the enemy team managed to get a kill, and that was their Vickers 3. He got 1 kill, and that was that. When it came to Base XP, he's mid-table. We managed to get 733 base out of that one, but the high scorers were the mouse and the other mouse, and the Caro 45 this time. And, well, the mouse, one of the mouse, was the only one to get over 1,000 base. He got 1,008. The second one got 929. And we can see Talon with 733. The M60 in this game also got a Spartan medal out of that one as well. So not bad for them. We can see that Talon fired 13 rounds, got 5 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot. We saw that penetrating shot, and very nice it was too. Centurion Action 10 took a round, went right through. It looked like it was his engine deck, actually. Talon aimed that shell ahead of his path, laid the shell down. As he pulled back, he drove straight into the shell and took it. And yes, low roll. 10 splashes, 1,616 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 7 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, but he got 2,243 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns, and apparently that was only good enough for a third-class tanker, which is astonishing. That's a pretty good score. On a premium count, he actually made 63,203 credits profit from that game, including a 30,000 mission completion bonus. He got 5 bonds for it being tier 10, and 5,497 experience points out of this one as well. So does it beat the scores? Well, if we go back to see what Angelina and Talon did previously, we can see Angelina managed to get a third class bruiser and a Confederate, the same as Talon, but she got a better win 8 there. She's got 1,768, and that puts Angelina in the lead back then. If we go to the previous game that Angelina did, which was a really good one, where she actually penned a Strip 103B, actually just after I predicted that she might, because it was one of the vehicles she potentially could penetrate. She got a third class and bruiser out of that one. So it was her second game, the one in the M40, M43, that got her a better result. And that set the standard. So if we look at this replay, we can see Talon's win 8 is less than Angelina's. He got everything else the same as Angelina, but not the win 8. Angelina got a higher win 8 than he did. So therefore, Angelina's still in the lead after this game. But the good news is that Talon did send in another replay. So let's see how he gets on in that one and if he beats Angelina for the weekend lion. The second replay is on the Ensk map, and this time we're in the M40, M43, the Tier 8 American SPG. And it's Ensk Encounter. Game on. Well, this Arty's got the 8-inch howitzer, which is capable of 900 alpha, 52mm of pen, and 10.5 meters on the blast radius, and also 12.5 to 28 seconds of stun. Now, Talon's taking it way over to the west side of the map, and with good reason. It means not only can he attack the enemy tanks out in the field, which of course he'll probably need to do, but also he's well protected just in case the enemy does decide to come up this way. Pushing, rounds out. Stayed there too long. If you're stationary for too long, you do become a perfect target for Arty. Arty players should always take advantage of a tank who's sitting there, because basically they're camping. If they're sitting in one spot too often, they are camping, and well, Arty prevents camping. I know it's a bit of a joke, and it's an overused joke that we prevent camping, but basically that's what we do. Well, we've got an XM66F here, and he's camping on that corner at the moment, trying to shoot it out, guys. Got a red line, so we can't really hit him. Okay, we're looking over here again, and he's in the yard. A T-32. We're dialing in. That roof's going to be a bit of a problem. We can only hit the turret because of that roof, and that might actually work against us. But instead, we're going to go for this Bat Châtillon 12-ton, who obviously doesn't know that the other guy was sitting there. And he just took a blind hit, a direct hit, and he's lost all his hit points just like that. So I suspect that was a penetrating shot. We'll have to see later on. He's still there, and that will be a splash kill if the shell lands in the same spot again. The reload is rather long. It's 44.1 by the book, but we've got 35.72. And now we're looking at a BK 101P. Somebody was saying the other day, actually, that this is a rather garish and bright colour scheme for the vehicle list. We do know that. In fact, it's rather useful for actually being able to identify specific groups of enemy tanks straight away, which is one of the reasons why I picked it. The other ones, you can't tell specifically which tanks are which, but you can look to them very, very quickly if they're in a garish colour like this. Now, we did try actually reducing the panels so there wasn't so much in the way of information like that. Of course, you can't read the names or the types, and you can have it like that, where of course you actually see the names, but you don't know the vehicles. And you can put the vehicle names up, of course then you don't know who you're playing against unless you're looking specifically at the tank. So that's why we stuck with the same old system. Oh, he got the kill. He took out the T-32. We may have lost our teammate, the IS-6B, but he got the kill there. Okay, he's moving because the enemy is starting to get a little too close for him. Very close, actually, including that Pershing. And that's one of the tanks he actually did hit earlier in the game. If you're wondering about the 10,000 video competition, it will start as soon as we do reach the 10,000 mark. We haven't reached there yet. We're about 23 videos, I think, away from that spot. So, oh, he's been spotted maneuvering around like that. And there's a Pershing, the same Pershing he hit before, tracking him. Oh, and he nukes the guy. That was a really good shotgun. He got the nuke on him. He's out the game just like that, but we've got a Shrek behind us. And now we've got a Bat Châtillon 12 ton, and it's the same Bat Châtillon 12 ton that we saw earlier in the game and put a shell into. He's not loaded yet, so he has to play round and round and round we go. He has taken another hit there. Now, can he get the ram kill? Possibly. Can he shotgun? No, because the gun depression is not enough to get the gun to bear on the target. He fired and actually splashed himself there with the stun. But the Bat Châtillon 12 ton has driven into a group of our guys and just got wiped out. So we don't have to worry about being chased and killed by him, but we've lost most of our hit points to a self-immolation, you might say. Well, not completely. Well, we're going to sit in the cap. It is an encounter game, so we can do that. And he's now aiming for that VK, so he's going to try and get some more hit points. Ramps out, and he does. Yep, he got 277 stun assist. Oh, I do wish this map was bigger. If only they'd add on the map that they intended to right from the start. It looks like it could have been a fun map. And that's it, game's over. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a second class tanker for talon1958 of OLIMP in the M40, M43. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in, shows 4, but he must have got 5. You wouldn't get the medal otherwise. And he got a Starks medal, and to get a Starks medal you have to kill at least 2 enemy tanks, take at least 2 hits from the enemy, and you have to lose potentially 2/3 of your hit points in the process, and also be alive at the end of the game. And they are difficult medals to get, but he did get it, and his win rate was only 936. But with the second class tanker, he actually did manage to claim the weekend lion, because of course nobody else, or Angelina, couldn't beat him on that occasion. Yes, because if you look at the previous game, or the highest score that Angelina set, she got a third class bruiser and a Confederate, and in that one he didn't match it on win 8, but on this one he more than matched it on the second class. So Talon won the competition for the weekend lion, which was actually earlier today. But yes, he definitely did it. He almost blasted himself in the process. But yes, he did survive, and he got a Starks medal, which is it's pretty impressive, actually, that it was a Starks medal from one of the enemy tanks who he tried to kill earlier in the game. And I guess that's why he had an incentive to do it. And it's also another reason why it might have been a better shot not to fire at the VK when he did actually change the aim, but to place that shell on that corner where the Bat Châtillon was sitting, and then splash kill him for the second time, or splash hit him, because he wouldn't have been chased then, and he would have remembered that shotgun on the Pershing, which was a lovely shotgun. Just as the guy drove past, wham, he gets hit in the side by an 8-inch howitzer round. Very stylish, that. Anyway, it means that Talon won the competition, which means, again, we've got a new competition starting this week, where Talon is now, well, he's going to be going up against Angelina. She's now got an incentive to win after losing, I think, 2 weeks in a row. I think it may have been 2 weeks in a row that she's lost. But yes, I think it's now going to be quite interesting to see who will actually win next week's. So I hope you enjoyed this replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.